94. As you know, this week's Parsha is a double Parsha, and we finished the entire Chumash Shemais. Together it has 285 Psukim, plus we read Parshas Para, so Shabbos Chazak, it's Parshas Para, and plus Shabbos Mevorchim, the month of Nisan. So it's a triangle Shabbos. So I'm sure everyone will be here for Shabbos, unless you could go skiing. It'll be 55 degrees.
Why are you looking at Phil? Why are you always looking at Phil?
Phil doesn't go skiing.
He doesn't go skiing. He's just coming skiing
yeah.
from skiing.
Just because they have a minion up there.
I want to make sure another Kohen gets the honor.
Sharing. We're supposed to share the snow.
Bori Minimizon.
Amen.
See? Yesterday we spoke about...
Moshe el bnei Yisrael ru'u kol Hashem b'shem Betzalel ben Uri ben Chumat Uda vayimali Eser ruach halakim b'chachma sfinu das chamalacha v'lachshay machshavas al b'zav kevaz chaysh v'yedem al ha'rish al machshavas v'lo heireis n'asam b'liba hu v'aliyah v'chasamat adam mili Eser chachma slave Lasses kamalechas chaysh v'chaysh v'reikim v'tcheles v'agamas la'ashani v'ashesh v'eiga Eser v'lacha
Moses said to the children of Israel, "See, Hashem has proclaimed by name, Bezalel,
not Il,
El, son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. He filled him with godly spirit, with wisdom, and with understanding, and with knowledge, and with every craft, to make artistic designs, to work with the gold, with the silver, and with the copper, lapidary, work for filling and wood carving, to do every artistic craft. He gave him the ability to teach him, and Oholiab, son of Ahishamach, of the tribe of Dan. He filled them with wisdom of the heart to do every work of the craftsman, the artist, the embroiderer, with the turquoise wool, and with the purple wool, and with the scarlet wool, and with the linen, and with the weaver, those who perform every labor, and those who make every artistic design.
In other words, he was involved in every aspect of the
Betzalel and Ahaliab.
Betzalel was the Oman.
Now Betzalel was from the tribe of Yehuda.
Right.
Ahaliab was from the tribe of Dan. Dan is one of the lowest tribe because it's the son of the maidservants. And God equaled him on the level of Betzalel because the nobleman is not recognized ahead of the pope. In other words, God wanted that for the building of the Mishkan, you should get someone from the highest level and someone from the lowest, and they're both equal in building the Mishkan, because for God there's no difference in high and low. It's all low, it's all high, it's all the same. So you got from the highest of the tribes, which is the choice is Betzalel, and Ahaliab, which was the lowest of the tribe, and say, guys, I'm going to fill you with wisdom, with knowledge, with godly spirit, so you'll be able to figure out how to craft man.
So Betzalel had Ruach HaKodesh?
God says clearly.
Right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to.
He says, "I filled them with
the godly spirit." It's not only being an artist; it's also being.
You have to figure out the godly. Exactly. What's the godly intent?
What do you want? What do you want from
What God wants, not what you want. Then Vasa Betzalel v'Lav Chalish Hashem Hashem Chal Ma'im Tam La'Tzal Tzim Melech Aved Kedesh Hashem Vayikra Moshe Betzalel v'Lav Kol Chal Hashem Hashem Amen. Vayikra Moshe Es Kol Tumah Shavil V'nei Yochas Aved Kedesh Hashem V'nei Yochas Vayikra Chayis Melech Ishish Melech Hashem Eisam Vayim Moshe Ma'am Ma'am La'avi Midei Aved Melech Hashem Tziv Hashem Lasas Eisa, which is a problem we have here also. Yeah.
Bezalel shall do, and Holiab, and every wise-hearted man within whom Hashem has put wisdom and understanding to know, to do all the work for the labor of the sanctuary, of all that Hashem had commanded. Moses called for Bezalel and for Oholiab, and for every wise-hearted man within whose heart Hashem had put wisdom, everyone whose heart inspired him to approach the work to do it. They took from before Moses the entire portion of the children of Israel had brought for the work, for the labor of the sanctuary to do it. But they brought to him additional free will gifts every morning. All the wise people came, those performing all the work of the sanctuary, each man from his work that they were doing. And they said to Moses as follows, the people exceeded in bringing more than the labor of the work that Hashem had commanded to perform.
In other words, they donated more than they needed, which is a problem we have here. People donate much more than what we need.
No, not really.
So by Yitzav Moshe, vayaviru kol
Oh, yeah.
Baruch Hashem.
You know what I'm saying?
Ish
I got another for this
Al
statement.
yayosu oid malacha l'semas hakodesh vayikol yaham
By the way,
yaham.
we just opened another gift shop downstairs.
Matana.
We have so many gifts.
No,
room. It's getting full already.
Moses commanded,
I don't know where to push it.
and they proclaimed to the camp, saying,
There's a
man
mic.
and woman shall
I want
not
them
do
to know.
more work
Everybody
toward
gives
the
a
portion
gift.
of the sanctuary. And the nation was held back from bringing. That'll be the day. And the work was sufficient for them, for all the work to do it, and having a surplus.
So there's a little conflict because it says if it's sufficient, how could it be a surplus? If it's a surplus, then it's not sufficient. It's more than sufficient. The answer is, all right, where are you closing? We still have another whole page. This is two parshas together.
Oh, two Parshas.
Are you getting mixed
It's
up?
Shani V'Shlishi, right?
It's, no, it's vayakhel b'kudei.
Then we did
No,
the wrong.
it says-
Yeah, no, we're doing good. We're
It
good.
says second and
We
third.
should have
in the
started
same year.
then.
No, we started shame.
Double them on.
We're good. Everything's good.
Everything is
No, but
So
when,
the
when they
answer
say
is,
Shani and
my dear
Shlishi,
friends-
Harashen, when they say Shani and Shlishi, they mean that both aliyahs in the same.
No, it means if it's a regular parsha, it's shlishi. If it's together, it's sheni.
So how do I know now? This is now together.
Because this year we do together, so it's sheni. It's sheni.
Uh-huh.
So then we go all the way to the shlishi. That's really shishi on a
Shlishi,
regular
shishi.
year, but it's shlishi because it's
But
together.
it's considered Shishi.
They were
On a
having,
regular year.
they're talking about that in the Supreme Court.
Shlishi.
It's double up.
Yeah.
A shishi versus a he.
Okay. You listening?
Absolutely.
So the question is, how could you have sufficient and surplus? If it's a sufficient, it's not a surplus. If it's surplus, not sufficient. The answer is very simple. The problem is that if you donate money and then they have more than they need, so everyone feels that their money was not needed.
Not true.
What do you mean?
Don't
If let's say you need $100 and they got $200, so you feel the dollar I gave was like actually they didn't need it.
like a $100.
No, so therefore Hashem made a miracle. Everyone gave, and all the money that people gave was used to the maximum.
Maybe they were afraid of refund.
But
What?
what's the kind of refund?
Money back.
Oh. Not when you give to Beis Hamikdash, there's no refund.
It's like here.
Why would anybody be afraid of money back?
The IRS, you get a refund, but not to the Beis
Not from
Hamikdash. Anyways, but the key is when a person feels that his money actually made this building, he almost feels that without him, it couldn't be done.
But
It's almost like that's ego. So what did God do? He made sure there should be a surplus for everything, so everyone should think that it's not them that made it happen. It would have happened without them. But at the same time, it was sufficient because they needed his money. But he shouldn't think that his money is what made it, because it's going to happen without him or not.
So they ended up using everything?
They ended up using everything, but there was a surplus, so the person shouldn't feel that the money was his.
There was no surplus then if they used everything.
Exactly, but when the person felt that it could have been done without him,
Oh, okay, that's
so he didn't have the ego.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then, vayakhel kol chacham alev, the first thing they did was the Mishkan, which is not the walls, it's the cover, the roof. In the Torah, whenever it says Mishkan, it's the roof. The walls are called krashim. Mishkan is the material roof. So they made the first thing, the Mishkan, which is the roof. Then vayaslu es tcheles as fasa hira echas mikotzom ha-machbora. Kein as es as hira kezem machbora zashen chamishon lois aso b'hira echas v'chamishon lois aso b'ksei hira achshemech hashenis. Magbil es lois achas alachas vayas chavisim kasizo v'chaves haris achas alachas v'krosim v'yiyah mishkan echad. That was the lower roof, the roof that you were able to see in the Mishkan. Then on top of that they put the goat's skin, you remember?
Goats.
Vayas hiri sees mel mishash yes he says oy hira achas shema v'ram shom v'chayir achas. Milach HaShachayis, Mechavis, Chayis, Chavay, Shos, Shabbat. Vayas was Chamish, also Yir, Ksem, Machbar, Chamish, also Yir, Chayis, Shenis. Then vayas karse nechoshes chamish chavzei echad. By the Mishkan they used what kind of rings? They
Golden
used gold. Here they use copper.
Copper rings.
Vayas karse
Copper is also expensive? No.
Rabbi,
Okay.
why the whole thing is repeated?
Ah,
No, because this is the actual doing it, and 2 weeks ago was the
Thinking
command.
about
Was the command. Is Hashem saying to Moshe, "This is how you should do it."
Still,
This is the
it-
actual doing it.
but it wasn't necessary to.
It is a big necessity because there's a major difference between the way God wants it and the way when you actually do it. It's like God says, "Put on tefillin." Okay, how do I make the tefillin? Then there's the actual making it and putting it on. That's the whole purpose of creation. It's not that God should tell us whether you should actually make it. The actual making is what really counts.
Did
The
anything
action of
change?
the action of the
A
doing.
building, the action
Okay,
of...
but they could have said, and people did so.
But the chiddush is that they did it exactly the way Hashem
They
specifically
could say that
commanded,
too.
exactly to the T, and it meant with all, and Hashem loved it because He loves when we do it more than His creation. How many words did God use to create the world?
22.
No, from Bereshis till
Wow.
the 6, maybe 400 words.
10 utterances.
Here, there's a few thousand words.
Oh.
So when God creates the world, He uses, the Bereshis to Shishi a few hundred words. For us creating the Mishkan, He uses thousands of words in the Torah. Why?
Which means
For
that
God, it's more important the creation that we make than the creation that He made.
Wow.
For God to make infinite to finite, not a big thing. For us to make finite infinite,
Aye.
oh, now you're talking. Our job is to take finite and make it infinite. That's a creation. That's a work. That's a skill. That's a craftsman. For God to make finite to infinite to finite, God can do anything. If He can make me and He can make our official together, that itself is a miracle.
That's a miracle.
But God could do it. Is it a problem for God to do?
No, but
Nothing. What's the big thing?
you can take.
But for an official to go and do a mitzvah and to create a world for
and
God
not to go screen.
and make
and
it
not to go
and make
screen.
it an infinite place for Hashem. So take a finite and make infinite. That's a creation. That's a skill. You understand?
Yeah, you take finite pleasure and turn it into infinite misery. You get married.
Okay.
You
No,
know,
don't say these words. You're
don't need
encouraging
misery,
him.
yeah.
You're
I'm trying to.
People are having
I tried
breakfast.
to warn him.
Okay, go
He
for
didn't listen to me.
Okay, no.
Okay. The wise-hearted among those doing the work made the tabernacle spread. 10 panels of twisted linen and turquoise wool and purple wool and scarlet wool. They made them the work of an artist.
is scarlet a color?
Yeah.
Cherubim.
Tchelis.
Scarlet של כחול, scarlet של כחול. Huh?
Tchelis. Tchelis.
No,
The
you said
length-
it's blue, not red.
No,
Red.
No, that's what you
Scarlet.
say. Scarlet is
I
blue.
don't know.
Scarlet.